Chapter 1341. Purple Blood River Traps Wu Yong. I can locate the 7 illusions demon immortal. Tai Mianshun's words eased Wu Yong's frown. As it turned out, after capturing 7 illusions demon immortal, Tai clan had started to make arrangements against the 7 illusions' true inheritance. Among the southern border superforces, Tai clan was the force that targeted the demonic path most fiercely. Especially after they built the demon suppression tower, they were the pillar of the righteous path in pursuing demonic path Gu immortals. Right now, Tai Mianshun was using his immortal killer move to investigate the area for clues. This way, after finding the direction, Tai Mianshun flew towards the east. Wu Yong and Xiao Zhikai looked at each other for a second before following after him. The clues were broken, but found again time after time. With the experienced Tai Mianshun leading the way, the 3 immortals had great progress. But an hour later, they returned to the blood-tide pit. Xiao Zhikai was shocked. Why are we back here? Tai Mianshun smiled coldly. The most dangerous place is the safest place. Xiao Zhikai reacted as he praised. Such guts. Wu Yong looked around coldly. After a few breaths, his gaze was locked onto an area in the blood-tide pit. Roar. The peaceful lake suddenly raged with waves. Countless blood beasts emerged from it. Large numbers of desolate-level blood beasts, with a small number of ancient blood beasts, formed into an army as they charged at Wu Yong and the others fiercely. Blood beasts were a type of path beast. They did not reproduce normally, but were born from heaven and earth, created using natural blood path. Dao marks, similar to blood beasts, were snow monsters, mud monsters, cloud beasts, soul beasts, year beasts, and rock dragons. Blood-tide pit had such an incredible thing? A blood beast breeding ground. Tai Mianshun said softly as he looked at Wu Yong. Wu Yong expressed surprise on his face. Blood-tide pit contained a true inheritance of Blood Sea ancestor. It was obtained by mortal Gu master Shang Yanfei, and was later taken by Wu clan. Wu clan turned the blood-tide pit into their possession and explored it, but did not find anything special. It was only treated as a resource point after that. So many blood beasts in ambush. No wonder the 7 illusions demon immortal is hiding here. Xiao Zhikai said. Blood beasts formed into an army and attacked. They had all sorts of forms. Some had tiger heads and horse bodies. Some had snake heads and rabbit bodies. Some had tortoise shells and dragon tails. Some were like trees, while some were giant fruits. The pungent smell of blood assaulted the nose as these blood beasts growled sinisterly. This force suddenly attacked. Even super clans would be caught off guard. But Xiao Zhikai's and Tai Mianshun's expressions were unchanged. They did not intend to retreat, because at this moment, Wu Yong was standing in front of them. A bunch of trash. Wu Yong snorted, rage flickering in his eyes. He was very angry, because during this period, he was staying in Wu clan, deploying members everywhere to deal with all sorts of situations. He was extremely repressed. And now, this 7 illusions demon immortal had vile intentions. They actually caused the deaths of Wu clans Wu Yuanju and Rong Hao. Tiny traces of wind was gathering around him. The gentle green wind had unknowingly surrounded the growling blood beasts as well. The blood beasts were still rampaging. Their speed did not fall at all. Just when they were about to reach the 3 immortals, blood beasts started to explode. The explosions were not loud. They were very gentle, like the bursting of bubbles. Blood beasts detonated one after another. Even though they were close to the immortals, they were no threat, unable to deal any damage. The growling and attack was like a joke. Hundreds of rank 6 battle strength and dozens of rank 7 battle strength beasts had disintegrated in front of Wu Yong, fragile like toys made of paper. This was the power of a rank 8. What immortal killer move is this? The aura is completely concealed. I cannot detect anything. Xiao Zhikai was full of shock. Tai Mianshun had a solemn expression, staring at Wu Yong's back. Wu Yong's expression was dark. He stared at the blood tide below him. The blood beasts did not form out of nothing. The blood tide had dried out. The blood tide pit that was oozing with blood earlier was now drying up. Xiao Zhikai sighed. It was a pity. He could see that the dense blood path Dao marks in blood tide pit had vanished. From now on, blood tide pit no longer existed. It was only an ordinary pit now. Wu Yong did not care. This pit, unfathomable to the eyes of normal people, was completely exposed to him that a rainbow-colored figure appeared in Wu Yong's investigative range. You are the daring person who is trying to challenge Wu clan's authority? Wu Yong said calmly, but everyone could hear his killing intent and rage. The mysterious Gu immortal in the pit smiled bitterly. Lord Wu Yong, I had no choice. I was forced to. Now, I seek your understanding. Wu Yong's expression changed the next moment. His environment changed abruptly. The blue sky and mountainous ground had vanished. The surroundings had turned into a color of purple. The three immortals could not sense their distances. Their sense of space had been severely disrupted. Rumble, tides could be heard. The blood beasts that were destroyed earlier turned into bloody water as they gathered into a river. Flowing below the three immortals, the blood-colored waves and ripples appeared. Countless purple thoughts rained down and assaulted the immortals. Damn it! These blood beasts were just the prelude and trap. So vicious. Xiao Zhikai cursed. Tai Mianshan looked around nervously. What immortal battlefield killer move is this? Is it a super Gu formation? With his investigative abilities, he could not see through this place. Wu Yong was unhappy. He snorted coldly and waved his sleeves. Boom! Intense winds blew as a giant tornado surrounded the range of 1 li, encircling the three immortals. Purple thoughts rained down furiously, landing on the ball of wind as they splattered, but could not break the defense that Wu Yong did not move. His expression was cold. He raised his right arm and flicked at a crisp sound echoed that a dark jade worm flew out of his fingertips. The small worm got out of the ball of wind and flew towards the blood river rapidly. While flying, it grew larger as its body expanded to 10 feet, 50 feet, 150 feet. After a few breaths of time, it turned into a vicious wind dragon that was 220 feet long. It bared its fangs and claws, breaking the rain of purple thoughts, crashing into the blood river. The blood river gushed and formed a spiral, trying to devour the wind dragon like a giant beast. That Wu Yong's eyes flashed with a green light. The wind dragon roared and turned into countless jade wind blades, shooting everywhere. The blood river spiral was broken by the wind blades, but the wind blades continued to cut as the red blood river was split into two. Xiao Zhikai and Tai Mianshan watched with wide-opened eyes. They had shocked and chaotic emotions. Wu Yong's every attack was an immortal killer move with outstanding power, far beyond rank 7. If they were his opponent, they would not last for a move. Wu Yong could actually use such a powerful immortal killer moves. It was like his instinct. It was as easy as breathing. Every killer move of Lord Wu Yong had its aura concealed to the limit. He was truly hiding his strength. Xiao Zhikai's heart was still in a commotion. This Wind Dragon killer move actually has a second style variation move, turning into countless wind blades. Wu Yong is definitely not as useless as the rumors say. He has such incredible battle strength. This person is hiding so deeply. Tai Mianshan's eyes shone with brilliance. He looked at Wu Yong's back, feeling glad that Tai clan and Wu clan were allies. They had not turned on each other. Wu Du Xiu and Wu Yong were mother and son. The former was like a fierce wind blowing on the top of a mountain, while the latter was a powerful tornado at the bottom of a valley. They acted differently and had opposite personalities, but they were equally powerful and domineering. However, even with Wu Yong's fierce attacks, the surroundings did not change. The split river turned into two, expanding and forming two blood rivers. Both were equally big as before. Xiao Zhikai's expression changed. To be able to remain under the attack of a rank 8 Gu immortal and trap all three of them. What sort of method was this? His doubts did not last long, because a figure soon emerged from the blood river, speaking and giving them the answer. This is my purple blood river formation. Wu Yong, if you do not use the 2 rank 8 immortal Gu that your mother left you, with just that rank 8 gentle wind Gu, you cannot break this formation. Purple Mountain True Monarch said that he was not in his mini-man body. He was as large as a human now. When he spoke, his body rose up as an island floated below his feet. Xiao Zhikai and Tai Mianshan's expressions changed. Wu Yong was also moved. This was because Purple Mountain True Monarch did not conceal his aura. He was undoubtedly a rank 8. Who are you? What do you want? Wu Yong called out. Purple Mountain True Monarch smiled, looking at Wu Yong with his clear purple eyes. Of course, it is to kill you. Once you are dead, Wu clan will go into a commotion. Other clans will attack it. It will break apart. Wu Yong was stunned. He suddenly laughed as he raised his head. He was laughing from anger. After laughing, he lowered his head, a fierce light shooting out of his eyes. Such guts. In that case, I will kill you and raise my prestige as a rank 8. Saying this, a strong aura burst out of his body. Countless goo worms were activated in his immortal aperture. Xiao Zikai and Tai Mian Shun both retreated. They could feel unparalleled threat coming from Wu Yong's body. Purple Mountain True Monarch's smile faded. Wu Yong's immortal killer moves earlier were undetectable. Their auras were concealed completely. But now, the immortal killer move he was conjuring had incredible aura. It was like a raging storm. From this perspective, Wu Yong was using his full strength to fight. What immortal killer move was it that made Wu Yong unable to conceal the aura? No matter what killer move it was, once activated, an incredible power would be unleashed. The might would be unstoppable. How could this be allowed? At Purple Mountain True Monarch's will, countless purple thoughts burst out like a storm, gushing out Wu Clan, Ancestral Hall. This. The Wu Clan Gu immortal guarding the Ancestral Hall had a change of expression as sweat rolled down his face. His expression was deathly pale that he shouted in shock. Lord Wu Yong's life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu were destroyed. Lord Wu Yong, is he dead? Chapter 1342. With elder brother gone, younger brother takes over. Ancestral Hall. The Ancestral Hall on top of Wui Mountain was a mortal Gu house. Using a large number of rank 5 mortal Gu, even though it was inferior to immortal Gu houses, it was extremely significant to Wu Clan. Essentially, every super force and normal force would have an Ancestral Hall. Inside, life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu would be used, or even blood rope Gu. The former two were common, while blood rope Gu was rare, because it was blood path. Even the small and big sects in Central Continent had buildings similar to the Ancestral Hall, storing life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu. At this moment, Wu Ba-chong was standing in the Ancestral Hall, looking at the Gu worm fragments blankly. After the life tablet Gu shattered, it would be like wood scraps, while soul lantern Gu would become a cracked ladybird. It would not be shining with a dark blue light anymore. Wu Ba-chong was old, but he had a muscular body resembling a bear. His hair was white and his nose was wide. He had thick brows and sharp eyes. He was a steady and responsible person. He was the second supreme elder of Wu Clan. He had gone through many ordeals, resulting in his calm nature. But now, his forehead was full of sweat. His breathing was ragged. His gaze was chaotic and in a mess. Lord Wu Yong died? Wu Ba-chong stared at the two mortal Gu fragments. He had already stood here for a while, but his mind was in a mess. How could this happen? A great rank 8 existence, the pillar of our Wu clan. He died like this. Wu Ba-chong did not dare to imagine this, or believe it. Did Lord Wu Yong die, or not? He kept asking himself. After all, life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu were mortal Gu. It was possible to interfere with them using some methods. But Wu Yong was uncontactable now. No matter how Wu Clan tried to communicate with him, none got through. This was an undeniable fact. Regardless of whether or not Wu Yong was dead, his situation was definitely not good. Being able to make a rank 8 Gu immortal end up in such a state. Who is it? A rank 8 existence among the demonic path and lone cultivators? Or is it the other super clans? Are they collaborating to deal with our Wu Clan? Wu Ba-chong continued to guess. The more he thought, the more messy his mind was. Wu Du-xiu died. Wu Yong went missing. In this huge Wu clan, the #1 super clan in southern border, there was actually no rank 8 existence guarding it now. This was a severe situation. Wu clan was in a disastrous state. And the most fearful thing was, the perpetrator was still unknown. After his shocked emotions returned to normal, fear and loss filled Wu Ba-chong's heart. Normally, there was Wu Du-xiu or Wu Yong suppressing the situation. He did not feel anything. But now that the two rank 8 great experts were gone, Wu Ba-chong realized that his stable and firm shoulders could not bear the weight of Wu clan. During Wu Du-xiu's era, he was the second supreme elder. After Wu Yong ascended to her role, he continued to assist him. In terms of seniority, he was among the oldest and most experienced southern border righteous path Gu immortals. However, It was pointless that he was only rank 7 in cultivation level. His battle strength was not outstanding. If he fought against old Treeman Bada, he could not win. Even among Wu clan, there were many rank 7 Gu immortals who could fight him evenly. However, he was the first person to return among Wu clan's higher-ups. Thus, he had the initiative. What do I do? Even if Lord Wu Yong is not dead, he has gone missing and his life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu have shattered. Once news gets out, there would be a huge commotion. Everyone's hearts would waver. Should I hide the information? Wu Bachong quickly shook his head. This shocking news had already been exposed to many Wu clan Gu immortals by the Wu clan rank 6 Gu immortal who was guarding the place. If Wu Yong was confirmed to be dead, the mastermind who attacked Wu clan would not give up this chance to target their morale. Thus, he could not seal this news even if he wanted to. Is the matter at hand to find the missing Lord Wu Yong, or should we shrink our defensive lines and recall the supreme elders who are outside to guard our base? Wu Bachong frowned. Both choices were dangerous. Searching for Wu Yong would definitely be dangerous. To be able to destroy Wu Yong's life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu and have him disappear, the mastermind was definitely powerful. Sending rank 7 Gu immortals to find him was like sending sheep to a tiger. And if they retracted their defensive lines and called back the elders, it would be a huge political loss. Many of their resource points would be lost. If the surrounding super forces tried to take over at this time, Wu clan would suffer immense losses. What should he do? Wu Bachong was hesitant. He was stuck between two tough options. After a long time, he licked his dry lips. He decided to put both options on hold. He was going to hold a meeting with the Wu clan Gu immortals as the second supreme elder. They would execute the plan after coming to a consensus that Wu Yong was missing and uncontactable. A huge storm surrounding Wu clan was quietly forming. Southern border, Super Gu formation. Fang Yuan sat on his bed, cultivating with his eyes closed. He was multitasking as he listened to Lady White Rabbit's report. Lady White Rabbit had inherited the White Rabbit true inheritance. This true inheritance was quite famous in Southern border. The inheritor had to be pure-hearted. And when they cultivate in the future, they had to maintain the same pure-heartedness. Otherwise, most of the true inheritance's methods could not be used. Using them forcefully would result in backlash. Precisely so, Lady White Rabbit was naturally trustworthy. She was a popular person among lone immortals and demonic cultivators. Wu had noticed this initially. Thus he convinced Lady White Rabbit to be the intermediary in hosting this immortal opportunity business. Once in a while, Lady White Rabbit would enter the Super Gu formation and report the situation of the immortal opportunity business to Fang Yuan. Even though Fang Yuan did not gain any benefits from the immortal opportunity business, he listened to the business situation as it could help him learn about the changes in the area surrounding the giant dream realm. Lady White Rabbit spoke softly. Her voice was like smooth water. She reported with a gentle gaze on Fang Yuan's face. Fang Yuan was in Wu Yihai's appearance now. His face was handsome. His nose was tall and wide. His manly, heroic aura was completely displayed. Lady White Rabbit had fallen for him already. She purposely spoke slowly, treasuring this precious time she could spend with Fang Yuan alone. Unfortunately, each time Fang Yuan met with her, he spoke only twice. The first sentence was to ask Lady White Rabbit to sit as she gave her report, and the second was for her to leave. But even so, Lady White Rabbit was very satisfied. She knew deeply that Wu Yihai had a high status. She felt like she was a lowly person and could not match Fang Yuan. She was very happy to spend this time with him once in a while. She felt very blissful. Right at this time, Lady White Rabbit's voice halted, because she saw Fang Yuan's expression change. This situation was very rare. Lady White Rabbit's heart clenched. What happened to Wu Yihai? Did he encounter any problems? Fang Yuan gradually shut his eyes, willing as he opened the hall. Yihai, at this point in time, you still have the mood to relax and spend time with a woman? A female immortal barged into the hall. Lady White Rabbit turned around and looked. This was a young woman wearing green clothing with wavy sleeves. Her skin was smooth like snow. Her body was curvy and she resembled a delicate willow. She had an extremely beautiful face, especially her attractive eyes, concealed by her long eyelashes. They seemed clear as water. She is Chao Clan's Chao Si Lu. Lady White Rabbit recognized this person as she flustered. lowering her gaze in panic. She knew this person's relationship with Feng Yuan. Some time ago, there were rumors about Feng Yuan and Xiao Lu circulating around. Fairy Lu is so beautiful, as expected of one of the top 3 fairies in southern border. Only someone like this can be with Lord Wu Yihai. Lady White Rabbit thought this, as she felt pain in her heart nurturing and fermenting. Xiao Lu took a look at Lady White Rabbit, who was lowering her head. She seemed to be nonchalant, but she was actually very attentive. Xiao Lu was trying to seduce Wu Yihai into becoming Qiao clan's son-in-law. Xiao Lu had to look at all of Feng Yuan's information, and in Feng Yuan's information, Lady White Rabbit was present. This was the first time Xiao Lu was meeting Lady White Rabbit. She saw that Lady White Rabbit had a delicate body. Her eyes were like rubies. She had fluffy rabbit ears that were drooping. Her eyes were looking down. It was cute and endearing. Even though under close examination, her appearance was slightly inferior to Xiao Lu, men loved these tiny, pitiful creatures that were full of cuteness. But now is not the time to deal with her. Xiao Lu snorted internally, passing White Rabbit as she went up to Feng Yuan. Feng Yuan had opened his eyes, standing up from his bed as he smiled towards Xiao Lu. Fairy, this sudden visit is truly joyful. Lady White Rabbit looked at Feng Yuan in a daze, thinking, Wu Yihai is smiling again. I have not seen him smile for a long time. He looks like the sun shining in spring when he smiles. If only he could smile at me. Xiao Lu looked at Feng Yuan, disregarding pleasantries. It seems you really do not know. Sigh, my next words will only be shocking. There is no joy. Feng Yuan's expression changed. What happened? Xiao Lu did not answer him. She turned around and said to Lady White Rabbit, Little lady, please leave first. I need to talk to your lord. What? Lady White Rabbit was dazed. Feng Yuan waved his hand. White Rabbit, please. Lady White Rabbit did not dare to defy Feng Yuan. She acknowledged as she left the hall as the doors closed. Xiao Lu said, Wu Yong is missing. His life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu are destroyed. News has not spread in southern border yet, but Wu clan is in chaos now. What? Feng Yuan was deeply shocked. This was simply too shocking. With the destruction of his life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu, Wu Yong was likely to have died. He was the pillar of Wu clan. If he died, would Wu clan be able to defend its territories? Xiao Lu continued. Yihai, I am here to lend you a hand. You are Wu Yong's brother, the person closest to him in bloodline, and you have sufficient cultivation level. With Wu Yong gone, you have to take over as first supreme elder. From today onwards, you will hold the authority of Wu clan. Chapter 1343, Gaining Authority Without Even Moving. Taking over Wu clan? Xiao Lu's words made Feng Yuan moved. How could he not be moved? After all, Wu clan was a super force, and it was not an ordinary super force. It was already very powerful, having the #1 position for years after years in southern border's history. That Wu clan had a huge territory with all sorts of resource points. It had a deep foundation and an incredible rich treasury. If he could control this super force, becoming the person with the highest authority, Feng Yuan's future cultivation resources would be unrestricted. Right now, Feng Yuan had a lot of assets. The trading of Dang Hun Mountain's guts Gu, dragonfish, regretful spiders, eerie fire dragon pythons, star fragment grass, star dart Gu, star river Gu, stellar fire Gu, falling meteor Gu, as well as the spirit snake trade which had started recently. It was not an exaggeration to say that Feng Yuan was raking in gold every day. That if the rest of the resources in Feng Yuan's sovereign immortal aperture were included, he had an ordinary rank 8 Gu Immortals Foundation. If he also included Lang Ya Blessed Land's Wisdom Gu and Dang Hun Mountain located inside it, and City Well in the turbulent Flow Sea area, Feng Yuan had surpassed ordinary rank 8 Gu Immortals, but he paled in comparison if he placed his resources against those of a super force. Any super force had an incredibly deep foundation. Even if they currently did not have a rank 8 great expert, they had them in history. In addition to the resource points that the super forces controlled in the 5 regions, Feng Yuan's assets were truly inferior in comparison. For example, Wu clan's Blood Tide Pit produced more profits than Feng Yuan's Dragonfish transactions. That Wu clan had 20 to 30 resource points similar to Blood Tide Pit. and resource points inferior to Blood-Tide Pit, like Northern Plains Lu Tribe's Bone Burial Field or Jade Light Pit, were countless. There were also about 10 top-tier resource points, better than Blood-Tide Pit. And don't forget, the resources in the immortal apertures of Wu Clan's Gu Immortals, and also the blessed lands and grotto heavens of Wu Clan's predecessors. Of course, super forces had lots of earnings and also spending. Wu Clan was currently in a state of having more assets than manpower. They were barely able to defend these resources when Wu Yong was around. But with him gone, they were sure to have losses. They had to give up some. But even so, if Fang Yuan could control Wu Clan, his gains would be immense, far beyond him working alone. Fang Yuan quickly calmed down. He took a look at Xiao Si Lu, immediately realizing her intention. Like what Xiao Si Lu said, with Wu Yong gone, the role of Wu Yihai, whom Fang Yuan was acting as, was the best choice of becoming Wu Clan's first Supreme Elder. This was an unbelievably rare chance. Fang Yuan did not doubt that Xiao Si Lu was speaking the truth, because it was too easy to verify. Xiao Si Lu was here in a rush. She showed her sincerity. Fang Yuan frowned and smiled bitterly. Such a huge thing happened. I had no idea. The urgent matter at hand is to get back to Wu Clan. Wu Bachong has already gathered the Supreme Elders. Many Gu Immortals have already returned. Even if they did not return, their wills are present. But they purposely left you out. I wonder what their intentions were. Xiao Si Lu said anxiously. Using Wu Yihai was the best chance that Xiao Clan had in interfering with Wu Clan. Fang Yuan sighed deeply. Sigh. I have only been in Wu Clan for a short time. I have no foundation or network. It is too difficult to take over and become the first Supreme Elder. They purposely left me out. It shows that my chances are way too slim. No, you have a big chance. Yihai, don't forget that you have me. Xiao Clan is backing you up. Xiao Si Lu looked at Fang Yuan with deep emotions. Fang Yuan blinked. How will Xiao Clan help me? What will Lord Xiao Jikai do? Xiao Si Lu's expression froze. She hesitated for a while, but she did not dare to hide it from Fang Yuan. She said the truth. Our first Supreme Elder went with Lord Wu Yong. He has vanished as well. His life tablet Gu broke, and we cannot contact him. Other than them, Tai Clan's Tai Mian Shen also went missing. They were investigating the deaths of Wu Yuanju and Rong Hao, but now we do not know if they are alive or not. Fang Yuan's pupils shrunk. What is going on? Xiao Si Lu smiled bitterly. Trust me, this is all I know. Fang Yuan showed hesitation. Such a shocking event. We cannot hide it from the world for long. Who is it? Without Lord Xiao Jikai, how will Xiao Clan help me? Don't worry about that. Xiao Clan has already come to a consensus. I am the chosen representative. Xiao Si Lu said. Fang Yuan was slightly shocked. Xiao Clan was the weakest among Southern Border's super forces. Despite that, they were united. Even with Xiao Jikai missing, they still carried out their plans accordingly. As expected, any super force had its extraordinary aspect, but Fang Yuan did not want to go that he sensed that there were undercurrents brewing a huge vortex. The mastermind was a powerful force. Even if he took over as Wu Clan's first Supreme Elder, so what? No resources could match his gains in exploring dream realms. Fang Yuan did not need more resources. He needed attainment level from the dream realms. The latter was the truly precious fortuitous encounter. Even if he became Wu Clan's most authoritative figure, which was alluring and beneficial to him, Fang Yuan knew that there were countless choices in life. If one wanted to progress further, they could not be blinded by profits. They needed to be clear about what were the most important things. Once I become first Supreme Elder, I would need to return to the clan and hold the fort back at Wui Mountain. How can I leave the giant dream realm? I had put in so much effort to come here. But rejecting Xiao Si Lu is not wise. If I anger Xiao Clan and ruin our relationship, I will gain nothing. But the most important thing is, in the eyes of everyone, if I stay here and do not return to gain control of the clan, it would be very strange and suspicious. After all, I also displayed a level of political ambition earlier. Fang Yuan thought as he paced around the hall. Xiao Si Lu was stomping her feet in anxiety. Yihai, why are you hesitating? This is too shocking. I need some time to think. Fang Yuan waved his hand. There is no time. We need to leave now. You can think along the way. Xiao Si Lu said. No, This is not as simple as you think. Fang Yuan shook his head, having a grim expression. Do you know? You have already fallen for their trap. Xiao Si Lu was stunned. What? Fang Yuan said. If we return openly like this, what would Wu Clan's supreme elders think? They are not stupid. If I, Wu Yihai, goes back with Qiao clan and take over as first supreme elder, leaving my brother in the lurch and instead, bringing in outsiders to fight for benefits in the clan, the entire clan will be torn apart. Without sufficient strength and reputation, how can I take over as first supreme elder? Xiao Si Lu blinked, thinking. Wu Yihai's words made sense. Then do we stay here while Wu Bachong controls the situation and takes over as first supreme elder? Xiao Si Lu retorted. Fang Yuan thought that this Xiao Si Lu was not easy to get rid of, but he smiled. We can wait. There is no rush. No rush. Xiao Si Lu stared with wide eyes. Fang Yuan's smile deepened. He looked at Xiao Si Lu with a sharp gaze. I believe that even if I do not return, Wu Bachong cannot control the situation. Am I wrong? Xiao Si Lu was stunned again. Wu Clan, discussion hall. Boom! Wu Bachong slammed the table. Dust flew upwards from the damage that he shouted. Wu Qiao sup? 1/sup? What do you mean? No matter what suggestions I bring up, you object? Are you trying to find trouble with me? Wu Qiao smiled coldly, standing in the middle of the hall as he looked at Wu Bachong. Second Supreme Elder, you are too hasty. We do not know if Lord Wu Yong is dead or alive. Just the life tablet Gu and soul lantern Gu cannot determine it. Look at you. You are sitting in his seat already. I was warning you earlier out of kindness. You should sit in your own seat. Supreme Elder Wu Qiao, Wu Clan is in grave danger now. We should discuss the important matters and not bother with these small details. I feel that there is no issue with Lord Wu Bachong leading the discussion. He is the second Supreme Elder after all. And now, Wu Clan needs a leader. Do you think we do not know what intentions you have, Wu Qiao? I just want to remind you. You are a Wu clansman, not a Qiao clansman. In the hall, some Gu immortals spoke, helping Wu Bachong target Wu Qiao. Wu Qiao sneered. In terms of bloodline, the most qualified person to become first Supreme Elder is Lord Wu Yihai. Should the second Supreme Elder take over the position? Are we in a Central Continent sect? There was silence. That makes sense. As clans, we emphasize on bloodline. Why did Wu Yihai not come? Wu Bachong, did you inform him? Some Gu immortals spoke out. Most of them were defending their territories. Only their wills were participating in this. Wu Bachong observed their expressions. Even though he showed anger on his face, he was calm as ice in his heart. I did not succeed. He sighed internally. On the surface, he stood up, patting his forehead as he sighed. I was rash. I was too worried about the clan. You are right. Lord Wu Yihai should be leading us. I will welcome his return. I am willing to listen to him. Huh. Once he said that, the Gu immortals were shocked. Wu Qiao was also evidently surprised. What was this Wu Bachong planning? The contents of Wu Clan's discussions soon got to Fang Yuan. Xiao Si Lu showed joy as she looked at Fang Yuan. Great. Even though we did not return, we can still take over Wu Clan. Fang Yuan had a grim expression. The situation was progressing at an unpleasant rate. Wu Qiao's actions were understandable. After all, this former Wu Clan third Supreme Elder was already bribed by Qiao Clan. But Wu Bachong's action of taking a step back was truly brilliant. Fang Yuan was quite impressed. The situation is not good. Fang Yuan shook his head and sighed. Chapter 1344. Troubled Thoughts. Clear jade, dripping wind building. What is it? Xiao Si Lu did not understand. Fang Yuan did not answer her. He paced around, using wisdom path methods as he fell into deep thought. The situation was very complex now. The mastermind was hidden, while Wu Yong was missing. Everything was shrouded in mystery. But Fang Yuan had no choice but to decide his course of action now that he had no choice. Fang Yuan could deeply feel how helpless he was in this situation. Wu Clan's Gu immortals, Qiao Clan's Gu immortals, as well as Southern Border's situation and the mastermind, they all forced him to leave the Super Gu formation. This was the helplessness of the righteous path. Fang Yuan was faced with a difficult test. He did not want to be a chess piece of Qiao Clan and Wu Clan. He wanted to keep his benefits. Amidst this complex situation, what to do? Fang Yuan had already guessed Wu Bachang's intention and desire. Maybe I can make use of this. Thinking of this, Fang Yuan decided to make use of it. He stopped walking around. He faced Xiao Si Lu. Since they want me to lead the clan, I will give my orders. Ihai, this is the demeanor of a heroic man. Xiao Si Lu's eyes shone. She praised. Fang Yuan continued. With the mastermind hidden, we need to play safe now. I will order Wu Clan's Gu Immortals to give up on the faraway resource points and return to Wu Yi Mountain. We will activate our immortal Gu houses to defend against the unknown. Xiao Si Lu was very satisfied with Fang Yuan's action. Fang Yuan informed her of his thoughts regarding Wu Clan's internal affairs. He did not treat her as an outsider. Xiao Si Lu was joyful. She said, "This is the best method to play safe. But it is a severe loss. By giving up the defense of so many resource points, the surrounding super forces will take over them. We have no choice. Wu Clan's strength is too dispersed. With this uncertain situation, we can only regroup and defend against future challenges." Fang Yuan sighed. That makes sense too. Let's go. We should return to Wu Yi Mountain. Xiao Si Lu approved of Fang Yuan's idea. She said. Fang Yuan shook his head. No, we are not leaving. This will be too dangerous. Even my brother was ambushed. We are just rank 7. Wouldn't that mastermind easily deal with us? If this mastermind wants to deal with Wu Clan, their next target is me. How can I leave now? The route back to Wu Clan is too dangerous. Fang Yuan's excuse was very reasonable. Xiao Si Lu's expression turned grim, nodding. That is true. We need to be safer. It will be best if we can be escorted by an immortal Gu house. After spending so much effort, he finally convinced Xiao Si Lu. Fang Yuan let out a sigh of relief. But he was still frowning. He had finally managed to stay in the Super Gu formation. But now, how long could it continue? Wu Yong's survival was uncertain. This situation made even Fang Yuan, who knew about certain future events, feel helpless. Inside the Purple Blood River formation, there were over a dozen blood rivers now in this dim place. Countless purple thoughts were pouring out, unceasingly. Tai Mian Shun shouted loudly. Iron sand that resembled fog was surrounding him, forming a huge veil that defended him. But the purple thoughts turned from solid to phantom, entering the iron sand veil towards Tai Mian Shun unobstructed. Damn it. Tai Mian Shun gritted his teeth. He had no options against such a phantom path method. But at the moment of crisis, a clear wind blew. The purple thoughts that had turned into phantom burst like bubbles, so close. Tai Mian Shun looked around, giving Wu Yong a look of gratitude. Purple thoughts formed into a storm around Wu Yong. There were countless blood beasts mixed among them. But even in this intense battle, Wu Yong was uninjured. He still had the spare energy to take care of Tai Mian Shun and Xiao Zikai, who were far away in the battlefield. This Purple Blood River formation has phantom path effects. If we do not get rid of the ruined bat corpses, these phantom path effects will not end. Xiao Zikai shouted. He needed to shout, because voice transmissions would not work here. Wisdom path methods like communicating with thoughts were also unusable. Tai Mian Shun had a cold gaze, sharp as a dagger. He looked around and saw that there were 30 to 40 ruined bat corpses. Most were desolate level, but there were some ancient ruined bats and even an immemorial ruined bat, defended by 2 blood rivers. In fact, at this point, Tai Mian Shun could understand some things already. These ruined bat corpses were rapidly melted in the blood river, especially when the purple thoughts turned from solid to phantom. These ruined bat corpses were being consumed at a rapid rate. But so what if he knew about the importance of the ruined bat corpses? Not long after they fought, that rank 8 Gu Immortal, Purple Mountain True Monarch, had vanished. Wu Yong was greatly restricted now. He was defending against Purple Mountain True Monarch's sneak attack. It is unwise to get Lord Wu Yong to destroy the ruined bat corpses. That purple-haired rank 8 will use it to his advantage. In this situation, Xiao Zikai and I need to work together to clear the ruined bat corpses. If that purple-haired enemy attacks, Lord Wu Yong would be able to block him and save our lives. But what if he could not? Or rather, even if he could save their lives, if he had to give up a chance to destroy the Gu formation, what would Wu Yong do? Tai Mian Shun was hesitant, because trust between the three was lacking. But at this time, A complex aura burst out from the very center of the battlefield. Great winds blew. Wu Yong's sleeves were fluttering like the king of the wind. At this moment, his ordinary appearance had turned into one of grand boldness and authority. Since you want to see the rank 8 immortal goo that my mother left me, I will show you. Wu Yong called out coldly that a vast number of purple thoughts were blown away. The blood rivers were in turbulence. Several rivers were cut apart from this intense wind. Xiao Zhikai was shocked and joyful. Tai Mianshin's iron mask was also shaved off slightly from this commotion. He called out in surprise, "This is an immortal goo house." Wu Yong had struck without warning. Making a truly shocking move, he did not use any immortal killer moves. He took out an immortal goo house from his immortal aperture. This immortal goo house was not glorious or grand. It had the appearance of a bamboo building. This was a very commonly seen type of building in southern border. It existed in the other 4 regions as well, but it was only built on mountainous terrain. This bamboo building had 2 stories, made entirely out of bamboo. There were even bamboo leaves growing on the bamboos. Drops of dew were dripping down from the leaves, green as jade. Wu Yong's sleeves billowed. Flying into the 2nd story of the bamboo building, he sat by the window, flicking his finger as the bamboo building shook. More than 10 drops of jade dew fell off the roof that moment. The jade dew shot out from the bamboo building at lightning speed. Everywhere they went, clear wind blew, sweeping everything. Be it the purple thoughts or blood-red tides, they were all disintegrated by the wind. So impressive, Xiao Zhikai praised. The jade dew had flown over and resolved his crisis. Wu Clan had 3 immortal goo houses initially, but now they have a 4th. And this immortal goo house has the aura of 2 rank 8 wind path immortal goo. Wu Yong had truly hidden it very deeply. Tai Mianshin was deeply shook. The 2 goo immortals were saved one after another. They flew into the bamboo building, standing beside Wu Yong. This is the immortal goo house that my mother constructed. Clear jade, dripping wind, tiny bamboo building. Wu Yong sat by the window, looking at the goo formation outside as he explained clearly. Amazing. With this building, we will not lose. It is only a matter of time until we escape. Xiao Zhikai was overjoyed. If Wu Yong was using Wu Duxiu's 2 rank 8 immortal goo to activate an immortal killer move, Xiao Zhikai would be very worried, because activating immortal killer moves had a chance of failure. The stronger the killer move, the greater the backlash if he failed in activating it. But Wu Duxiu had died. Wu Yong had only inherited these 2 rank 8 immortal goo for a short amount of time. Especially when Wu Yong was the first supreme elder of Wu Clan, he had high status. How much time did he have to practice his killer moves? This was a huge problem. But now, these 2 rank 8 wind path immortal goo were used with other goo worms to construct an immortal goo house. Everyone knew that immortal goo houses had fixed abilities, but they were easy to use and would not normally have backlash. Tai Mianshin's emotions were much more complex, he thought. Wu Clan actually had a 4th immortal goo house, and it is a rank 8 immortal goo house. It is far more powerful than the first 3. Each immortal goo house will greatly raise a clan's overall strength. With a rank 8 immortal goo house, and some goo immortals, as long as they had enough immortal essence, Wu Clan would basically have the equivalent of a 2nd rank 8 goo immortal. Wu Yong had truly concealed this deeply. He could not help but assess Wu Yong again in a new light. That Wu Clan was not having an easy time recently. They were facing the threat of many forces around them. As the only rank 8 goo immortal left in Wu Clan, Wu Yong was busy sending out people to deal with problems. He was in an awkward state, but as long as he used this immortal goo house, all his problems would be resolved. Wu Clan's reputation would soar, and they would become the #1 force in southern border again without doubt. All of the other forces would stop having greedy thoughts. But Wu Yong did not. That he had been using his own strength to deal with Wu Clan's problems. He hid this immortal goo house very deeply. Even Wu Clan's goo immortals did not know of it. If he was not trapped inside this purple blood river formation, nobody would be able to find out that Wu Yong actually had a 4th immortal goo house, and it was a rank 8 immortal goo house at that. With just this, Wu Yong is definitely not inferior to his mother Wu Duxiu. Thankfully, my Tai clan is at the northeast of southern border, while Wu Clan is at the southwest. We are far apart. And earlier, my clan did not join in on making problems for Wu Clan. Tai Mian-shun let out a breath, feeling relieved. All of the super forces dominated an area. They had been in southern border for countless years. They understood each other very clearly. Each of their strengths were balanced with the amount of territory they had. It was in a deadlock. But once Wu Duxiu died, this balance was upset. Thus, the other super clans worked together to find trouble with Wu clan. But the moment they displayed this clear jade, dripping wind, tiny bamboo building, it would replace Wu Duxiu and suppress southern border once again. That Wu Yong simply had been scheming so deeply, he had been hiding it from view. One could easily tell, the moment he took out this immortal Gu house, the other clans would suffer. They would be met with a great defeat. Chapter 1345. Worsening Situation. Fong Yuan moves. The morning sun rose into the sky. It was dawn. The air was still moist and damp. Two Ho Clan Gu immortals stood above the clouds, looking down at the canyon below them. Golden Cloud Canyon. This canyon was filled with mist. At night, the mist would obscure vision and had no special trait. But when the sun rises and sunlight shines into the canyon, the mist would give out sharp, golden light. These fragments of gold light were not glaring. The mist filled this golden canyon, making it grand and imposing. This is Golden Cloud Canyon. It produces metal path and cloud path resources. Long ago, Wu clan had taken it away from us forcefully. A Ho Clan Gu immortal sighed. But now, it is time to take back our assets. The other Ho Clan Gu immortal nodded, a faint light shining from his body. The light lasted for a few breaths of time. After it faded, his appearance had changed. He now resembled a famous expert in the demonic path. The Ho Clan Gu immortal beside him nodded, before rushing down towards Golden Cloud Canyon silently. Golden Cloud Canyon was originally defended by a Wu Clan Gu immortal, but because of Wu Yong's disappearance, Fong Yuan had ordered everyone to return to Wu Clan's headquarters. This news could be concealed for a while, but it was eventually noticed by everyone. However, Ho Clan was a righteous path force. They could not attack directly. There were righteous path rules. Thus, Ho Clan needed an excuse. Therefore, they said that they were pursuing a demonic path Gu immortal and charged into Golden Cloud Canyon openly. Once they took down Golden Cloud Canyon and established that fact, it will not be easy for Wu Clan to reclaim Golden Cloud Canyon. That be why then, Ho Clan can come up with lots of excuses, like, we helped Wu Clan defend Golden Cloud Canyon. We want some compensation. It would be a problem for Wu Clan. Coming up with excuses was the greatest ability of righteous path forces, unless Wu Clan had superior battle strength and forced Ho Clan to back off. The demonic path expert that the Ho Clan Gu immortal transformed into flew towards the golden mist like a huge bird. Sensing his aura, the mist inside Golden Cloud Canyon changed. Metallic sounds could be heard from it, causing vibrations in the eardrums. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. At the next moment, countless blades, spears, swords, halberds, in the form of golden phantoms, shot out endlessly. Even though the Wu Clan Gu immortal left, the resource points Gu formation was still around this moment. It was activated automatically, defending itself. The gaze of the Ho Clan Gu immortal was stern. He called out as a strong blade chi shot down, slicing sharply. Everywhere it went, space shattered. Winds were moving rapidly. Evidently, Ho Clan came prepared. He used Blade Chi Immortal Gu. Wu Clan's Gu formation was just a mortal Gu formation. How could it match a rank 7 Gu immortal? Not only did the countless golden phantoms shatter, even the Gu formation was completely destroyed from one attack once. The golden mist in the canyon was split in the middle. A large amount of the golden mist parted as the canyon's true appearance was exposed. The two Gu immortals from Ho Clan had heated gazes. Demonic path scoundrel. Where are you going? One of the Ho Clan Gu immortals shouted as he charged ahead. A purple waterfall descended like a mist. It was 180 feet tall. Poisonous waterfall. On a mountain close to this waterfall, there was a mortal village that Wu Clan specially arranged. Die. A large group of mortal Gu masters charged into the mountain. Wu Clan's Gu masters retreated. They were at their final line of defense. Wu Clan's leader, a rank 4 Gu master, stood at the crossroad as he shouted at his enemies. Your Yang clan is really despicable. You actually assaulted our Wu clan. We have been putting up with you for a long time. You have been too overbearing in occupying this place. My father and mother just wanted a goo worm to cure their poison, but they actually died in this mountain. Today, we will settle the score." The leading Yang clan goo master was still quite young. He charged into the mountain with rage and hatred. Damn it. Wu clan's goo masters were in a defensive location, but Yang clan came prepared. They had great numbers that Wu clan's goo masters were bound to lose. They could only escape from a secret cave. Yang clan's goo masters defeated Wu clan. They cheered in the rubble of the village. Above the clouds, the Yang clan goo immortals watching this expressed joy on their faces. This was the area where Yang clan and Wu clan bordered. Yang clan had been planning for a long time, sending a group of Yang clan mortals here, and allowed them to live here, causing conflict to occur between them and Wu clan. Because of this excuse, Yang clan could invade and occupy Wu clan's territory openly now. With the righteous paths rules, these were just mortal conflicts. Unless Gu immortal seeds were killed, there were no consequences. Poisonous Waterfall was just an ordinary mortal resource point. It produced some mortal poison path Gu. It was not important to Gu immortals. But once this opening was made, from now on, Yang clan only needed to move forward to reach their destination, the truly valuable Corpse Mountain. Rumble. River water raged like thunder, resounding in the ears of a Yao clan Gu immortal. He stood at the peak of Corpse Emperor Yuding Tian, looking at the raging Red River. Not far from here, two rivers were connected. Red Dragon River and Yellow Dragon River. These two rivers merged together, forming a huge whirlpool that created great waves. It was extremely dangerous. Southern border's three rivers were not simple. Be it Red Dragon River, Yellow Dragon River, or Jade Dragon River, spirit springs would form in these rivers sometimes. And these spirit springs would be mixed in the river water. Once they were washed away, the river water would be full of natural essence, allowing more goo materials to be created. Corpse Emperor Yuding Tian. This was a very special mountain. During ancient times, a southern border rank 8 Gu immortal had turned into a zombie and fought against the combined forces of many super clans. After the rank 8 immortal zombie died, this place became a wasteland. It had no value. But to think that as time passed, gradually, on the mangled corpse of this rank 8 immortal zombie, due to the nourishment of the natural essence from the river, along with the aquatic plants in the river that rooted themselves, this place turned into a Corpse Mountain. This Corpse Mountain was thousands of feet tall. There were large numbers of zombies living in it, and it produced transformation path zombie goo, as well as chi path zombie chi goo. Before the headquarters of Southern Borders Zombie Alliance was exposed, they had targeted this precious area and wanted to pay a high price to buy it from Wu clan to make it their headquarters, but Wu clan rejected them. Zombie Alliance did not get it, but now, this belongs to my Yao clan. The Yao clan Gu immortal was very excited. He looked afar, away from the river and towards the shore. That was Wu clan's territory. After taking over this Corpse Emperor Yuding Tian, Wu clan's territory east of Red Dragon River and north of Yellow Dragon River would be completely lost. Yao clan took down Corpse Emperor Yuding Tian. This was like a bridgehead. They could finally start going after Wu clan's other territories. News that Wu Yong had died spread out of nowhere. After getting such news, several super forces colluded secretly. Thus, they did not act alone this time. Yao clan, Yang clan, and Ho clan. There were just three of these clans that Wu clan's headquarters were in chaos. Damn it. These three clans are simply too daring. We lost 3 resources at once, especially Corpse Emperor Yuding Tian. This is a huge loss. In the past, Wu clan from top to bottom spent such effort and a huge price to obtain it. Retaliate. We need to retaliate. We have our immortal Gu houses. What are we afraid of? Wu clan's Gu immortals bellowed in anxiety. Some were arguing endlessly. Some raised their arms in objection. Some were remaining silent. More than 10 days had passed since Wu Yong went missing. It was unknown whether he was dead or alive. That Wu clan had been trying to conceal this information. But like Wu Ba Chong had guessed, the mastermind had already spread news of it. Initially, the super clans did not believe it. Because Fan Yuan had already expected this situation, he gave out a lot of false information to mislead others. But his actions were not normal. Super forces were not stupid. After some observation and probing, they finally acted. The moment they did, Wu clan went into a difficult spot. They lost a lot of territory. In the discussion hall, because Wu Yong was missing, the main seat was empty. Wu Bachong, who was second supreme elder, sat by the side. He was silent, quietly observing the surrounding Gu immortals' expressions. Even though he had a heavy heart, he felt a bit smug, especially when he looked at Wu Qiao. His lips could not help but curl up, because Wu Qiao was the Wu clan Gu immortal in charge of guarding Corpse Emperor Yudingtian. Once they lost that resource point, it was a huge loss to Wu Qiao. Wu Qiao was solemn and had a cold expression. Even though he sensed Wu Bachong's provocative gaze, he pretended not to be aware, sitting like a statue. "Stop arguing, be quiet," Wu Bachong said. This time, nobody rebuked him. The discussion hall quickly became silent. Wu Bachong was very pleased at this. Under the immortals' anxious gazes, he sighed. Such a huge matter happened to Wu clan, but we still cannot make a decision. Let's ask Lord Wu Yihai to make his decision. Wu Qiao frowned. The other Wu clan Gu immortals looked at each other. Some were unhappy with Feng Yuan, grumbling. Such a huge matter happened to our clan, but Lord Wu Yihai is still staying inside the Super Gu formation. I heard that Fairy Si Lu went there more than 10 days ago. I also heard that there is a Lady White Rabbit. The Gu immortal who said this had vile intentions. Wu Qiao frowned even deeper now. He wanted to speak up for Feng Yuan, but he was in a dangerous state himself. He hesitated and did not speak. Wu clan's letter soon got to Feng Yuan. Such a thing had happened. Feng Yuan was not surprised. He expected it. It seems that I cannot stay here anymore. Feng Yuan looked at the dream realm, sighing deeply. These last days, he wanted to continue exploring dream realms, but his luck was bad. He kept getting those absurd dream realms. There was no way to explore it.